things that they are not telling us, because the wife has actually made us to be on this. Yeah, she's the one that put us in this situation for us to be questioning the more, because we're suspecting that there's more into this to the fight of the husband. Now, the same thing that happened to this actress happened to one of those guys with a dreadlock. That guy with the dreadlock that they called Seinosa, the guy with the dreadlock in the car that said Mohbad is dead, Mohbad is died. After that, when Dr. Ololoyo claimed that the guy came from Abuja, the guy came out online and did a video in the room that, no, I'm not in Abuja, I'm in Lagos, blah, 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 blah. And then someone asked him a question in the comment section. I said, where were you taking the body from? Where were you taking the body to? When did Mohbad buy it? The guy saw that comment on the comment section. He kept quiet. He got confused when they threw that question at him. And then he looked up. Somebody gave him a sign. And you know what? He ended the show that day. Don't look at that video.
Yeah, you're right.
The same thing happened to this actress that we're talking about, because on the comment section, the truth will always say, no matter how you try to hide to lie, the truth will surface. And that's exactly what is going on right now. And you see now that Mohbad is at work, and we are the lights of Mohbad. And that's to shed torchlight into the darkness of all this thing that these people are lying. We can't play games with all this. Like I said, no matter how long you lie, the truth is going to surface. Now, Nemoli, back to that question I'm asking you. If truly that Mohbad was stabbed on the neck, if you notice that Dr. Kemololoyo always emphasized that he was stabbed on the neck. He was stabbed on the neck, or probably on the chest. Wunmi, the wife of the deceased, still denying that there was no fight in the house. There was no fight in the house. That stabbing on the neck did not happen at the show. It did not happen anywhere but in the house. If truly Mohbad was stabbed on the neck, with the video you just shown us, we saw blood on the side of the neck side. There's another picture that we have that you see blood on the side of his hand. So now, if truly Mohbad was stabbed on the neck, how were they able to take that body on the bike without the blood gushing out? Number two, what day did they take that body to the hospital? Was it on Monday? Was it on Tuesday? I'm not going to say that the hospital also lied. Tuesday. You understand what I'm saying, Dr. Mr. Ish? Because let's say that if he was stabbed on the neck, that's a very delicate place. The body's not going to survive that stabbing. So I'm very sure that even Mohbad died, it's possible that after he died on Monday, according to what you just shown, I'm going by your narrative. Was it on Monday that they took Mohbad to the hospital? Or he died in the house, they kept the body in the house, and on Tuesday, they took the dead body on the bike? I'm messing things up, I'm messing things up because these are the areas that we do not really understand and we want the truth to come out from it. So can we say that the hospital are also covering up for this set of people? Because if there was stabbing on the neck, they would have seen, that was the first thing to notice on the dead body that they brought to the house. The body they brought to the house was stabbed. They will know that there's something happened there. And it's been 9 months. The two hospitals never say anything. Because if this was true that Mohbad was stabbed on the neck, the first people that are supposed to give us the light into all these things are the two hospitals. Because so they saw the body. They examined the body. And the first thing you will see on that body, to notice on that body, is the neck, the stab. And it's been 9 months plus, and they've been quiet. So how do we now know now that there was real stabbing on the neck? Should we now start also querying those two hospitals to come out to tell us what they found when the body was brought to their custody? What was the thing that they saw when the body was brought to their hospital to them? Because they are the one who saw Mohbad. They are the one that treated Mohbad. They are the one that declared him died on arrival. What did you see? Did you notice any blood? Did you see anything on his body? Let me just hang up my mic. I would normally, God will give you this wisdom to be able to clear this part. For clarity's sake, we are just analyzing this. Yeah. We are suspecting that there is something wrong. Nobody can accuse us for trying to ask questions. They are, and the wife should be on the right path to be able to take all these questions and shed light to it if she knows that she's saying the truth. We are not against the wife. We are the people fighting for justice. And as long as this thing takes, we are going to let the whole world know the story behind the fire of Mohbad. And with the reason why we are questioning that there's a foul play in this case. Thank you very much. Nemoli, over to you, please.
Thank you very much. I beg, Naimoli, before you go, please let me, I want to request I wet the ground before you march on it. Please.
Yeah.
Am I permitted, Naimoli?
Okay, you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I just want to wet the ground a bit. Then you can climb on it and, you know, make the final summation on it. The boss man, that's a very good one. Thank you very much. It has been a while that probably we get to know each other and we met. We actually met from your friend platform, Westo. That is where we started together. That's very nice. I like all the summation and the recap that you made. We did not just, you know, hang up behind Baba Mohbad, but it's just because Baba Mohbad seems to be the only one looking for the true justice that we, the public, are looking for. That is why it looks as if we are together. That is that. Now, let me go back to the issue of the motorbike, the day Mohbad died, and that. I will be very brief. So, Naimoli will now recap everything. Let us know something. Mohbad actually died on Monday. They try to keep Mohbad and they continue to write series of scripts. And to some of us who are being together.
Mr. Ati Dade, I'm so sorry, sir. Sorry for cutting you in.
Okay.
For people that are recording and for the guests that we have in the means, we need to be very careful on how we say things right now. That we shouldn't be like we are so sure. Okay? I don't want it to look like we're trying to pin things on people. What we are not sure of, let's try to put allegedly. Allegedly. We are suspecting that we are not there in the house with them. We suspect that it's likely if they had Mohbad has died on Monday. So allegedly, when you put allegedly, it's actually that allegedly actually protects you. That's the cover that you've been protected, all right? Because we're not there in the house, we don't know, but we're suspecting it's likely with the fact that we have that it possibly he died on Monday. Let us be guided. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that notice. It's just I try to use the word we analyze series of analysis, or we were not in the house, but because of what Wunmi put aside on the Instagram and everything, and with what Mama Mohbad said and all the things that surrounded it, make us to look at it and analyze, and we were looking at it that there is every possibility that on Monday, and they tried to write a script with their queen mother that said of recent inside video she released of recent that Mohbad died in the house. There is camera outside, there is no camera inside, and we have seen the video of inside where we see camera on the angle of the wall in the house. Is it just a camera? We will still get to that when they do the real analysis. And now, in addition, she already told us that Mohbad died inside the house, but the wife said Mohbad died on Okada. Now, there is no picture of Okada. There is no picture or video of the two hospitals, got into and they named. Now, that one make us for some of us to look at it. We are not in the house, we are not there, that it could be a script because they never show us on the Okada, they never show us either of the hospital, which we now look at is that it may be a kind of accompliance. All of them in the job, because the two hospitals involved have not been able to release a video clip of when they brought him in and when they left the hospital. The only clips they show us at all is that they moved Mohbad inside the car and they now announced his death from the car. Where were they coming from? The position of the car, they did not let us know. And now, if we look at that body very well, inside the car, there is a line which looks like blood moving down. If you look at that picture very well, there are some lines of blood that comes through the body. So they've not really told us the truth. It's quite unfortunate the way things have gone far, that there was no serious investigation as far as this case is concerned. It is a case that is going to go down in history of whatever analysis or whatever things that, in fact, things will still be unraveled. But I will not go more beyond this. So, normally we have a lot of other space to talk about with probably some other clips that she already has. So that is just it. I just decided to wet the ground. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Atidade, for that one. Lady Naimoli, you can come up now and give your analysis. And just like Bossman said, wherever it is that you are not sure, please use the word allegedly, because we are not in the house. And sincerely, I will also back up, or I will also second what Bossman said the other time. It is not that we want to intentionally pin this thing on someone. We don't hate nobody. We don't dislike nobody. We are not just looking for all of these things, let's put it on someone. No. We want a thorough investigation to be done. Why? Because we are suspecting that this death of Mohbad is not natural. And thank God the police said it's an homicide case. So we know that, yeah, it's not a natural pain that happened to Mohbad. So what we are actually doing is helping the authorities to facilitate and to help them get the necessary, or to show them the necessary places where they might actually not be looking at. But the simple truth is, for the past 9 months that we have been doing this, they have not cooperated with the general public, because carrying out an investigation means you need to take all necessary this thing into place. You need to, question this, question that, question this, question that. But they are not actually doing that. But here, what we're doing is we are not pinning the dead on anybody. We just want the necessary authorities to do the right thing. So let's use the word allegedly wherever it needs to be inserted. Mr. Atidade, I'm going to borrow your box. Thank you so much, sir. Lady Naimoli, you can go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And thanks to the commenters, that have said something earlier, so you don't think I didn't recognize it. Well, to the boss man, you asked a very nice question, which I myself, whenever I'm with the people who, for the woman, the Wunmi, I always ask them the question that the video that was shown, that Mohbad is dead, that we saw Mohbad's body in the car when it was announced, is assumed, or we can say, we are expected to believe that it was on a Tuesday that happened. And I've asked one of their people, Top Movies, Bolibi, Tolani, Oreni, and Co. Sorry, I'm calling the names because those are the people I have asked, categorically. And even one other guy, Escapades. And I've asked them because I've had opportunity to converse with them, with one other girl, Flora, with Big Zexy as a handle. And I've asked these people, if you people say that Mohbad died on a Tuesday, he wore a certain boxers on a Sunday, and that same boxers is also shown on a Tuesday. That's that video that was announced that Mohbad died. Mohbad is dead. Mohbad is dead. I don't know who has the video. They can put it up on the big screen so people understand the video I'm talking of. But this other phone is not showing the proper way I want it to work. So that video, if you go look that video, you see Mohbad is wearing the same boxes. And I've been asking them, and based on this other thing, if you look at the video of that first guy that announced Mohbad is dead, Mohbad's chair, the car chair, is a grey chair. And below the armpit, like where that boy's hand was dropping, you will see like blood, like a dark shade in there. When you have a grey stuff, then you have something deep black. That means there's something that must have poured on that chair. So if you go look that video, you will see stuff like that. So I asked the questions. I said, okay, they say Mohbad is dead, Mohbad is dead. Would you tell me? And if you look also at the picture, you see Mohbad's boxers is stained as well. You will see some blood stains on his stuff. Just look at it with a clean mind. Watch the video. Zoom in. The shoulder blade side, Mohbad's forearm, his tummy side, and that boxes. It was like someone who was cleaned up, and maybe they were rushing him somewhere, or they created a skit. For me, not everyone, to my own view of that video, they acted that script at home. Because if you look at that video again, there was a certain guy standing by the window because that car was on the motion. Definitely, you will see
that was Adura, his younger brother.
Okay, you will see someone standing by the window of the car, looking in with a button-down shirt, a blue shirt. I'm giving
that's
you.
not Adura's DJ Bami.
Okay, thank you. So I'm giving you a scripture of the video that is out there. So when you see the video, watch out for that guy, and you will see a plant. That plant is a flower, like a flower vase, a green grass in a compound. So that's why I said that was the script. And I asked them a question: would you say Mohbad was bleeding all through from Sunday to Tuesday? Because if you look at it, Mohbad was still in that boxer shirt. And according to their story, while he was fighting, he hit the glass and got a scratch from his car. So meaning there was an injury, which we are to believe. Right? So that's a big question mark that I'm having there. And I kept asking again, why is there no blood in the casket? If you look at the casket, why was there no blood at the forearm side, the waist side? We don't have, because that's where your forearm will get to your waist side, to your thigh level. But we have something like blood at the head part in his casket. I'm sure you all can question that. Now to answer your question, because I wasn't in their house, I'm not a family member, but based on what I've seen out there, I can say that according to them, allegedly, Wunmi said Mohbad died in the car. And you asked me a question that, mixing it with what Dr. Kemi allegedly said, that he might have been stabbed by the neck, bleeding, and me showing this stuff with the bleeding, if we had to add it. Let's not forget, the CTC as well read that there is a 1.6 centimeter depth wound. I keep telling people since that day, go check what a 1.6 centimeter depth wound means. Did they try to stop the blood while rushing? And at the angle where he was stabbed, was it at the carotid artery side? Those are the questions I'm asking as well. That could it be that, okay, yes, this could be from the neck angle, because from the way that guy was putting his elbow on Mohbad's neck, he was putting a lot of pressure, like he was trying to protect a bleeding with his hand, or from people seeing that stuff. But when you look through when the camera was going down that seat where his hand was ending, you will see stains like the chair, black. Go watch it. So definitely it's possible, because when you have a deep wound of 1.6 centimeter, a stab wound, or a poa wound, you can actually bleed to death within few minutes. It's very possible that he might have died at home bleeding. In my own analysis and reviewing it, for bleeding of 1.6 centimeter, according to the CTC, that is a 1.6 centimeter depth of wound is a deep wound. It's a very, very deep and scary wound. So another thing I'm going to say again is the nurse you mentioned. According to their own story, allegedly, the nurse wasn't available on Monday. And allegedly, this picture that we are seeing of Mohbad in the house showing his forearm, and we're able to zoom in. They didn't know. If they knew we would be able to zoom in, they wouldn't have shown us that part. They'll continue with that forearm. And have you all asked yourself, why not show us a full picture? You are trying to show, we should have a full video, but you are not showing the full video of the person. It's fine. They can choose to keep that. But then, the nurse allegedly got those images because she requested. She wasn't available at that moment. And I'm looking at it. Okay, you sending the picture to that nurse who is in Cotonou. You could as well rush him to a nearby pharmacy, or even rush him down to hospital, down mainland, if it's possible, if you want to save. You understand? That very day, it's fine, but it didn't happen. But they waited, according to them, they said, allegedly that Mohbad had that injury on the forearm, and he was already feeling tremor, feeling cold and all that, feeling sick, meaning maybe infection might have entered the hand, the forearm. That's why they called the nurse, because it was running temperature. It was feeling sick. So now definitely nurses snapped me the hand. For me, I can say the nurse might have reviewed it to prescribe online for them, and they did self-medication. Because for me, I'm just saying they can do that. And that's why you hear the story, because if indeed they were not planning to do their own stuff or all blah, 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 I don't see the reason why when nurse will get to the house, she has to rush with someone, according to their testimony, allegedly that the nurse had to go get some cotton wool and some other, treatment stuff for Mohbad on Tuesday. The thing that is this for me is that either the nurse came to stitch up that wound before he was rushed to the hospital on Tuesday. He wasn't even rushed before he was taken to the hospital on Tuesday. And that's why the hospital could give a result that he came in a rigomotive state, meaning he was stiff already. Meaning he was gone already. What's it gone? Looking at it, if indeed he just died along the way when they were on their way to the hospital, allegedly, according to the wife's testimony at the CTC, that Mohbad died in the car. She even said that the driver was one that touched his hand and it was cold. So you're like, this boy is getting cold. They quickly carried a bike and put him on it. Fine, you rushed him there. That's going to take you about 40-something minutes or thereabout. But rigomotive state starts like 2 hours after death. That kind of state that the hospital mentioned. So, and bike don't take time. And according to them, allegedly, if you look at it, the hospital is not far from their house. They say it's about 25 minutes max with traffic. But I'm giving grace of 40 minutes. How come he got to the hospital rigomotive? So, I'm going to just round it off with this point of Mainva. For me, she already exposed herself with that stuff I showed you, where she said, on Monday, my husband, blah, 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 blah. She celebrated her son on Monday. So she knows that it's on a Monday. And mother-in-law, that's the deceased mother, said in her words, I'm going to play the video for you. Okulojo Monday. I didn't say it. The mother of the boy said it. So I'm going to just quickly show you just that. I'm sure you've seen the video as well. But then, yeah, this is it. But I will try as much as possible to zoom. Let me forward it so that we don't waste time. Sorry, I'm forwarding to where she, so that we can speak up on this.
Bí àwọn ti lọ report mo wá ní òkè mo tún gbàgbọ́ ìgbà tí mo wá sí lo 10 days lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀mí mọ̀ kó máa kú Saturday mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kúrò níbí báyìí tó kú níjọ́ Monday yẹn o ìgbà tí mo fi kúrò níbí báyìí Saturday kó fẹ́ lọ. Okay, so did you hear that? So let me translate to those who don't understand that part. She said that she has been begging, she wanted to go home and all that, but they were playing hanky-panky with her. That's her son and the wife, they were tossing her because they don't want her to leave. And the son was begging and saying, please don't leave me, don't go here, don't go here. That was on a Sunday. But she wanted to go and all that. So according to her, she said she ended up leaving. But on Monday, she had some kind of, instincts that something is wrong. That she never knew, that she knew her son was going to die on a Monday, she would not leave. That's that part that Monday. I can replay it a bit again so you hear the Monday. For those who understand English, Monday, we all know that. And the other, Ku is K-I-L-L. So you get that. Thank you. So I'm going to replay it so you see it. Saturday mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kúrò níbí báyìí tó kú níjọ́ Monday yẹn o nǹkan tí mo fi kúrò níbí báyìí Saturday kó fẹ́ lọ sí show ó dé bẹ̀ mí 10 days yẹn tí mo lò gan ó máa bẹ̀ mí á ní kí n má ti lọ mo wá ní ṣe kó ní jẹ́ kí n lọ sí church ní ọjọ́ Sunday pé mo ti lọ church fún 2 weeks pé mo fẹ́ lọ gbàdúrà pé mo ti lose ara mi pé mi lọ sí church torí church tí mo wá dárúkọ ló wá ṣe ní kí n má lọ mi ìgbà máa kúrò níbí báyìí torí wà tíyàwó ẹ̀ wọ́n ń tàn mí tí má lọ bá promise pé mo ti fẹ́ máa lọ fún mi lówó kò fún torí pé kí n má lọ kò tí fún mi lówó oúnjẹ mi máa fún mi lówó oúnjẹ lóṣooṣù ṣùgbọ́n tí mo rí pé tẹ́mu tó bá ti lè fún mi ní owó yẹn máa máa lọ.
Please bear with me. I would like to play it a bit longer. So you see, we're two guys. The lady that walked away behind her is actually her daughter-in-law. After other videos and pictures were, in circulation, allegedly, right? So, but I want to play this a bit longer. So you see the part where the boss man was talking about when he said that two people went to caution her, and maybe when they got to listen properly, I don't know where they got that. It could be from here. Or it's another video. But for this video, I can, relate it. But just watch and listen, please. She still mentioned Monday again.
ṣùgbọ́n wàá fún mi lówó yẹn pé kí n má bàa lọ ṣùgbọ́n gbà tí mo wá dárúkọ pé mò ń lọ sí church pé kò jọ òyìn mo wá lọ báyàwó ẹ̀ náà ó ní mọ́mì kí lọ bọ́mọ yín o ìgbà tí mo lọ bá ó ní òun àṣeyàwó òun làwọn jẹ ká lọ wípé torí ẹ̀ náà mi ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ fún òun kó ń gbọ́ mi lè sọ̀rọ̀ fún ìyàwó òun kó ń gbọ́ torí àwọn jọ plan yẹn pé kí n má sì lọ. mi wá sọ̀rọ̀ mo wá ní kí ló dé ọ ní kí n má sì lọ ó ṣe bí ìyá mi nìyẹn mi máa ń gbé máa ń tọ́jú ẹ̀ ìpé ó máa sọ pé tí mo bá ti dé ipò máa ń rest torí Liam pé torí mo máa bá òun pé mo ní bó ṣe wá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn gan mo tún pìtì ẹ̀ bí à tí mo bá ti dé lòun máa ń rest torí Liam pé kò sẹ́ni tó máa ń bá òun gbé o kò sí wà pé ó máa wọlé mi máa pẹ́ kí n tó lọ torí ẹ̀ máa bẹ tọ́jú ẹ̀ máa bẹ gbé nǹkan tí mo rí mo nìyẹn pé wọ́n wá pè mí ṣe báyàwó ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ní ọjọ́ Monday yẹn mo ní mo kàn pé lórí fóònù mo ní promise nǹkan mo ní kí ló dé mo ní kò sí nǹkan kan mo ní ṣó sùn tí mọ́júmọ́ ó náà sùn tí wọ́n rí gbàdúrà sọ fún pé òun sùn tí mọ́júmọ́ yẹn tí nǹkan bá ṣà ń ṣe ó yẹ kó mọ̀ torí mi mọ̀ mo kàn rí kó kọjá lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi níbi tí mo ti ṣe prayer mo kàn rí kó rọra kọjá mo kàn sáré mú fún ó wá náà sùn bí àmọ́ mi kì í má bínú o ipò ń sùn ni mo náà ń sùn nìyẹn ó wá ní àmọ́ mi ṣe mo gbọ́ nǹkan kan mo ní mi ò gbọ́ nǹkan kan ó wá sọ fún mi pé nítorí pé obi tó lọ wípé ó ṣèṣe.
Okay, so I guess you also
the two people that go there is Damola, Wunmi's brother, and Darusha. That's the two people that go and talk to her.
So you see, let me rewind back a little bit. Then you will now see a reaction at Untrast that she couldn't talk properly anymore. So I'm going to end my submission soon, Mr. Bossman. I just believe I've answered a bit though. Hold on.
ó ṣe lọ́wọ́ wọ́n á ní ó sùn tó ti lọ perform ní ọjọ́ Sunday yẹn wọ́n á ní kí ló wá ṣe ó ní ó kàn fi ọwọ́ ṣèṣe ní ipe torí ẹ̀ ó ń rest.
Okay, so that's it though. If you want the video, you will see it on you'll see it on internet. You can just search it and you will get it. All evidence are out there on the internet. So I don't know why people are not working with that. So for me, hearing that and seeing that it happened on a Monday, the person who is to answer that it's not on a Monday, that it's on a Tuesday, because that story of injection is not hardened. Because according to even the CTC, the toxicology and autopsy, tetanus injection wasn't found in Mohbad's body. So I think that I've been able to solve my own thinking, and I hope a lot of people can open their mind and understand why that question is. You are in the house. Just tell us exactly what happened.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Nemoli.
And that's it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, still stay up there, Nemoli. Just to protest, Ishtok, sorry, I'm not taking over your show. All right. I just want Nemoli.
The two of you, you are the owner of the program today. No problem. You can go ahead. People are getting something from it, so we can go ahead. No problem.
Exceptionally well. All right. But like I said, I am going to be a little bit of playing a devil's advocate here. And at the same time, we are going to be schooling and educating ourselves, all recapping into this matter. And everyone on the comment section, we have Lion King, we have Akoni Ade, we have Morola, we have Tima, and we have Oluwa Darasimi, and our daddy here, Ati Dade here. See, this today is going to be more like recap. All right? And it's going to open our minds. Please, anywhere that I see, because I want to read something out of the CTC, all right, according to the statement. If you see anything that we suspect any foul play that will need to be questioned, please don't hesitate. Come out if you want to talk, speak, ask, and you open unmute yourself and talk. On the comment section, we have people like Light On and Ayorinde and all stuff like that. If you're on the comment section, you can also let out your voice on the comment section and ask questions there too. You can also contribute. Please do not keep quiet at this point. Now, This, where I'm going to read out from, is from the CTC. According to their own, the CTC is the certified true copy of what every suspect regarding to this case of justice for Mohbad, or what they said, what during the time of cross-examination and their responses, without changing any words from what they said. So I'm going to be reading from what the lawyer asked. This is going to be from Wunmi, the wife of the late Mohbad. And the lawyer, during the cross-examination, they're going to be asking her, throwing some questions at her and her responses. I'm going to be reading out some of two parts because I'm going somewhere. So it's not possible for me to find, I'm using just one device, and then you give me a little while time for me to look for another route, because I've gone through all this and there's a lot of discrepancies that we and the people on the, the panelists and the people on the comment section can also give an answer to this as well. So I'll be reading from the page 269. Page 269. If you have a CTC with you, if you have a copy of the CTC, you can open to 269. When they ask her a question, this is when they would claim that they were rushing Mohbad to the hospital, to the first hospital. So I'll be reading from the answer. The lawyer asked question: how was your brother? Can you tell? Was this Wunmi? Hold on, please. Let me find out. This was when they were questioning Adura, please. This is when they were questioning Adura, the younger brother of the late Mohbad. So they asked, how was your brother? Can you feel that he was breathing? He was still alive, or he had died? And Adura answered, at that time, he was still breathing because we were touching his chest and he was still breathing. And by the time we got to Auschwitz Road, the driver said his hand was cold and he was not sure he was still breathing. And they questioned again. The lawyer answered and questioned. The driver said he was doubting if he was still breathing. Adura said yes. The lawyer questioned again. How many of you heard him say so? Adura said, all of us in the car. And the lawyer questioned, what was your reaction when you heard someone say that he doubt this person was still breathing? Adura answered, at that time, there was traffic and immediately we got a bike to take him to the hospital so that it could be fast. So now what I want to bring out from this is that I want us to talk about in this. Mr. Ishtok, are you with us, sir? Cool. Now I want to put you in this story, Mr. Ishtok. At this point, let's assume that you are the driver. All right? Let's assume that you are the driver. You are the one on the driver's seat. Imagine you're rushing someone that was someone to the hospital. And in the car, we saw how they said, Mohbad is there, Mohbad is there. We saw 3 guys in the vehicle and with Mohbad on their laps, rushing him to the hospital. Number one that I want to say is that if you look at that video, do you also realize that the vehicle was not moving?
It wasn't moving.
The vehicle was not on motion.
Yeah.
Number one. But we kept on asking that, where were you guys taking the vehicle, the boy? Where are you taking him to? Where are you guys coming from or going to when you did that video? We haven't gotten an answer now. But one part I want to bring out that the vehicle was not moving. When they were saying Mohbad is there, Mohbad is there, the vehicle wasn't moving. At what particular time did you guys did that video? What particular time did you do that video? That's what we've been asking them. We haven't gotten no answer till date. It's been almost 10 months and some change right now. Now, is it possible as a driver, in the kind of panic that would have been in their system, they're all panicking, trying to rush this dude to the hospital. How or when, how is it possible for Mohbad to be in a lapse of 3 people in the back seat? And so the driver that was supposed to be focusing to how he can maneuver the traffic to the station. How is it possible to be able to reach his other hand to the Mohbad to feel that his hands were cold? And the 3 of those people on the back seat that were the one holding Mohbad did not notice that he had stopped breathing or his hand were getting cold. It's only the driver that was driving him to the hospital realized that the hands were getting cold. I don't think this guy is still breathing. I think that's the story. That's the script. How is it possible for you that your own job as a driver is to maneuver the traffic? How come it is you that now realize that his hands were getting cold? How come with the new revelation of our actress that just showed up that he died in the house? Can you see where we're coming? I'm bringing all this thing from. I'm just trying to mash things up from this. I'm going to read out a part 2. I'm just bringing up points from all these things, from discrepancies and all this. How is it possible? A driver has only one job. Your job is Lagos. If you know Lagos very well, Lagos is full of traffic. Your job is to maneuver through the traffic. At what point is it possible for a driver to put his hand to the back? So that means he was using one hand to drive. And at that point, when you're supposed to be driving and you put your one hand to start to check if the person that you are transporting to the hospital is still alive or dead. That means you're also endangering people's life because you're actually driving on the motorway, all right? And you're being distracted as well. So that means you can actually endangering people's life by you getting distracted, driving with one hand and your mind is distracted. Also trying to check mobiles on the back seat. So are you trying to tell us that the 3 people on the back seat did not even realize that Mohbad has actually given up? And now you not take the driver on the front seat to touch Mohbad's hand and said Mohbad is died. Number 2, there's a part on the CTC where Dami said, by the time, which I'm going to read out, the CTC, I'm going to be reading out. He said by the time they were taking Mohbad into the vehicle, he used this word and I quote, he said, it was lifeless. If I am right, please, you can always say that you are right if you read the CTC.
You're right.
He said they were putting Mohbad's body, his lifeless body, in. They said it was lifeless. Do you know what lifeless means? So these are the discrepancies that we that can reason decided to reason like a human being that there is something that they were hiding. Because DJ Bami said when they were putting Mohbad, transporting Mohbad from the house into the car to take him to the hospital, he said Mohbad was already lifeless.
Bossman, I'm sorry, please, I need to say something. And don't let's forget Wunmi said DJ Bami is not in the house. Him and the nurse, they go and buy something. And DJ Bami said it in her own CCT that Mohbad was already crying before they put it in the car. And Adura said, okay, let's assume the picture they take that they announced Mohbad is crying. Mohbad has not dead then. That's another conspiracy there. Before they have already announced Mohbad that he was crying when he was still alive. That was what Adura said.
Exactly. See,
and I want to say something. Please, I'm sorry, Bossman, because I'm already where I am going. I want to make a suggestion. Why can't we request for the hospital that they give them the certificates? The Baba lawyer need to go and request for the certificate they give them. We need to know what is inside the certificate. And they need to show them the CCTV inside the hospital. They need to know how they bring him in. And they need to see the paper they give to them at that particular time. That's all I have to say for now. They need to, it's very important. That book they issue to them, Baba need to have it. It's an evidence for them. And the CCTV inside the hospital, they need to have it. That's all I have to say for now.
Yeah, Oluwadarasimi, that's a very nice suggestion. I think they will also look into that. Both the original that was given to the wife, they will look into that for her to return it back to the courts. And it's a good suggestion, and I think the legal team are going to do something, or probably they are already working on it, because it's not so many things that they are doing that they are definitely going to come out and be telling us, because it is not social media worthy. They rather keep it to themselves as an evidence, in the court of law. There are so many things that are that can be used as an evidence in the court of law, but we shouldn't be talking about them. We shouldn't be analyzing them. So I'll just go back to Bossman so that Bossman will finish his submission, because I'm enjoying the interpretation from that CTC. Over to you, Bossman.
Thank you so much, sir. Today we are just recapping. We are redoing the recap. We are recapping all these things, and I don't know if. I don't want us to look like we are because they are already tagging